Today we have an EP we will be discussing that has and has not been fully released until now. It is Blazy Dead Homies EP, Tales from the Mortuary. And this, from what I could find, seems to be a prelude to a new album coming up, so maybe these songs will be in a different mix on the album coming up, or just a teaser to see what kind of stuff we'll be getting. But after a solid first listen, it is, I would say, pretty good overall. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too, awful. It's good. That's pretty much where I'm at. The intro is pretty much what it is. It's an intro and nothing crazy. Sunday Morning had a solid start to it, and was a good first track, basically, and reminded me more of his Cadaver era of music, and honestly, the instrumental kicked on this. I loved it. Live is an alright track, I would say. Nothing really impressive. It's still a good one, but Blaze is very much a hit or miss, and that hit is a very slim chance with the trap style he's going with, and honestly, it just was not for me. I did like the auto-tune on his vocals, but overall, the track just did not hit for me. It's not my cup of tea. Now, this next one, All Hail, which is the final track, I loved it. The guitars within it worked just so well, and I love that he had more of a grunge, rock, nu metal kind of thing with it. Kind of like what he did with the song Rotting Inside, which I think it was insane that never got anything other than just being on a compilation of outtakes. That was made around the same time as They Say, and that got added to Cadaver in another mix, even though I like the original version of They Say. But yeah, it's one of those ones that's it's so good, but just never went anywhere with it. And I like that this kind of brings it back to that. Wish he would do more of an EP with this style, because this is solid. For the ear appeal score on this one, I can confidently give it a 7. I will add probably All Hail, maybe Sunday Morning to some sort of playlist, but it's an 8-minute EP, so it won't be in full rotation for me. The production is spot on, the vocal, the instrumental, everything. But it's just one of those ones that's it's too small of a thing for me to keep bumping back into, but had a shining star, obviously. But now we're going to talk about the release of this EP physically. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the most disastrous releases of a CD that I can think of. Thankfully, they are all in jewel cases. And when I say they are all, you're going to see what I mean in a second. But thank fuck they are in a jewel case and not a slim case or some sort of sleeve, because that would have probably made me drop points on this bitch. And I was about to drop a point just because of the physical release was so bad. So it already has 4 pressings out right now. But good luck finding a copy that's less than $50 to $100. That's how nuts this is. Now, the CD was originally meant to be a tour exclusive with a blue cover. It was in August, limited to 500 copies. If that's how it was released, as just a tour exclusive, 500 copies only, okay. I'm not mad about that part in particular. So I already have no problem with a tour exclusive item. Obviously, I have a couple in my collection, the Triple Threat EP, the Psychomania EP, stuff like that. I've had stuff like that before. Even the Welcome to Your Funeral, it's like a Blood Red edition. That was a show tour exclusive in a way, and I have it. Cool. They decided to make a second run with a red cover, limited to 300 copies for the second leg of the tour. Kind of defeats the purpose of a tour exclusive if they're just gonna repress more, in a way. To me, that doesn't make sense. If it's a tour exclusive, the amount you have, then you're done. Shouldn't be any more. But we have a second run, 300 copies instead of 500, red cover. So they're just gonna press more, regardless of the cover. It's gonna become a non-tour exclusive when it is now pressed for a third time on a green cover for Fright Fest with 100 copies. And then, oh, it gets better. A fourth run of 100 for some random show. So, at this point, it loses all credibility of being an exclusive when you're just going to repress every single piece, but yet not release a just generic standard edition for your fans to buy. And it wasn't released digitally or streaming platform in a way. It was not released like that until January 9th. So months after the CD originally popped up. And that I find is stupid. Like with, with the Freak Show Twisted version. I think it was like mid-August, end of August, whatever, that the CD started coming around. That was released on, if I'm correct, Halloween. So, not even a month after the tour, or not even a month after the start of the tour, somewhere around that. Not 4-something months afterwards. That's ridiculous at this point. And the fact that they decided to just put up a limited amount after, instead of doing just a generic retail release of the EP, blows my mind. And pricing-wise, I think, honestly, Twisted, MNE, whatever, I think they really need to do a reality check on CDs. Like, obviously, vinyl, that's a completely different topic, because I don't know how the manufacturing plants are, and also just how many, how little, etc. But CDs do not cost $8 to $10 to make, that I'm aware of, at least. That's why my CDs are so cheap to sell. That's why, the Pre-Baptist Don't Stab My Hot Pocket and King Gizzard's Polygon Dwanaland, I can put them at $10 because it's not that expensive for me to press them. Like, I'm getting a fairly okay margin at $10, and MNE knows, because they started, I remember, when CDs at pre-order were $8 and generic release was $10. Now, pre-order, etc., regardless, it's all $15. So, $15 for 4 tracks, that's not even 10 minutes, that's kind of a BS thing. That's why I didn't get a lot of the other EPs. Because I'm not dropping $15 plus shipping, mind you. It's not just 15 flat, it's 15 plus 5 something shipping. So you're paying $20 for one CD. And if it was this one, I would say not do it. But now they're about 60 to 100 I've seen average, depending on which pressing you get, and I think that's bullshit. And I'm just gonna let the overall score be a 7. I was genuinely thinking of dropping it to a 6 because of how bad this was, but 7 I think is fair, because it's still a good EP overall, I would say. It's not awful, it's not great, it's there, it's about a middle ground. But I do highly encourage MNE to do a retail basic release of this EP for the fans who can't attend concerts and don't want to drop like almost triple digits for a 10-minute EP, basically.